Alright, so here we are. I believe the update has just taken place. Should have anyways. Yeah. So I can now start on the other stuff here. And there's like some art update or something apparently. I guess the fields got updated. I don't know, it looks kind of different. I'm not sure if it's different in a good way or a bad way yet, though. So that's, that is that. Huh, guess I'm, whoa, that zooms in really far. I was not expecting that level of zoom. So now I'm just gonna head over to Bogan's house, and I want to see what this looks like. Is this, wait, it's only a 1? Huh. Could have sworn it would be. Oh, it's very resistant versus fire and piercing, huh? And the armor is incredibly resistant to everything that's not fire. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. What does this mean, though? This means... Let's see, explosive, crushing. So it looks like I want fire and crushing. Now, where am I gonna get fire from? Well, it's pretty obvious where I'll get fire from. I believe these are fire type damage. No, they're explosive. Okay, whatever. I believe this is a fire type damage. Or this. Yeah, I'll put down a trebuchet. 2 trebuchets, actually. And these are very good crushing damage, I think. So I'll put down 3 of those. I mean, I might as well. What are these guys got? They got piercing? Yeah, they got piercing. So I think I'll put down a couple of these guys, and then got explosive and piercing. Maybe not. Maybe not those guys. I'll put down the tanks here instead. Alright. See exactly how fire resistant this armor is. Very unfire resistant. Like, very unfire resistant. Completely. Yeah, that should take out all the armor. All the armor's not quite done yet. So we use the explosive damage and hopefully that will. Alright, crushing damage. No damage because the armor still exists, of course. Come on, where is... Could have sworn that this thing was out of armor, right? Crushing 80%, so it should be dead, but clearly my fire attacks have not been doing. There we go. There we go. Yeah, now my crushing attacks should actually hit. Okay, are we sure that this is crushing? Wait, this is not crushing damage. It's explosive. Of course, no wonder it's not doing any damage. No wonder it's not doing any damage. I need to find something that has crushing damage. Okay, wait. Are the bricks crushing damage? The bricks are crushing damage. Okay, so we put those up. I'm gonna put the tank in the back. I'm gonna put this tank in the front. I'm gonna go for available. And let's see, what does this guy have? This guy has piercing, so nothing there. Crushing? No, crushing? No, piercing? Piercing, okay. Bigfoots, I don't think those really matter. Piercing, piercing. Is it susceptible to freezing, I wonder? Okay, that's gonna be the test now. Is if it can be susceptible to freezing. Looks like no. Okay. So we'll just stack the fire and the other, the acid burn on top of this. Trebuchets are the major crushers, so I should be making as much use of them as possible. Sure seems like the trebuchet is the best unit I've got here to actually fight this thing. And then, armor's gone, so I should be able to just cinder block this thing in the face, right? It's not a lot of crushing damage. But the crushing damage is the best damage type against it. Front line is taking a serious beating. Is this crushing damage? No, that's explosive damage. I'm gonna try this. Maybe we stun it. Guess not. I was really under the impression that this thing would be not too bad. And it looks like I was mostly right. Aside from the fact that my front line is all but dead. See, what else does it have besides explosive damage resistance? Cold 50%, crushing 80%, explosive 25%. So I just gotta hope the tanks can last long enough to actually reach the trebuchet attacking point again. Okay, tanks are all dead. All dead. I think the Nomad is kind of useless here. I mean, it's got a cold attack, so that might do something. The only real solution for this feels like it would be a melee frag, because... Huh. Okay, so... Mega tanks, obviously they're not gonna be going to this fight too easily. This, it's all piercing damage. Radio Tech, he is Radio Tech. Let's see, I'm gonna look at the availables. Gotta find something that does high crushing damage. Any of these attacks do crushing damage? No. Elemental Trooper? No. Wait, does the Wimp just do crushing damage? He does do crushing damage. Oh, okay. I've literally cracked the code here then. If the Wimp works, then I can just use the Wimps. 3 Wimps. 3 of those, and then I go to my vehicles. And I put my Mega Tank in here. First, I hit him with this to deal considerable fire damage. Hit him with the other flame attack, do even more fire damage. And then we'll hit him with the Mega Tank Cannon. Okay, so he does hurt the wimps. But now the wimps are ready to actually hit for like a truck. Yeah, I've cracked the code here. It's wimps. Wimps and trebuchets. Trebuchets to take out the armor. Wimps to take out the HP. And the trebuchets can help with the armor as well, so with the HP as well, if the wimps can't attack. Yeah. And I got the tank here to survive, hopefully. Okay, some crush damage on him. I think it's only one more wimp attack to kill this guy. Maybe a second trebuchet attack afterwards. Or a second whip attack afterwards. "15 teeth, 3 necklaces, 5 powder, 12 skulls." Yeah. Alright, so that is the boss. That's a good chunk of SP as well. I will take that SP. Oh look, these sandworm encounters appear to have been updated to no longer be so horrible or annoying. Okay, so I guess I need to heal everything that I lost in testing. Let's pile them all into the heal queue. And I'll heal the 2 wimps as well. Okay. So trebuchet, pretty clutch. Wimp, obviously pretty meta. Of course a melee frag would completely obliterate, but you know, it's a melee frag, so of course it would. Of course it would. I'm so close. Oh my god, the fucking zoom. Bro, I don't want to zoom in that much. Like, I get that you don't want to zoom. Too much is too much, you know? Too much is too much, you know? Yeah. Any other acid unit would really work really well for that as well. Maybe a Kim tank instead of a Mega tank. Yeah. And then, you know, hit it with the, like, chemical rocket pods or something. Oh, I gotta get the, ghost system. I don't have enough. Man, that zoom is, like, really fast. Like, maybe even too fast. Is there a way I can, like, oh, no, accessibility. Okay, there's no way to, like, adjust the zoom speed at all. No way to adjust the zoom speed at all. Whatsoever. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording for a second. Yeah. Alright. Back with the XP. And level 57. Alright. 10 nanopods. 1475 gold. Okay. So, whoa. Okay. Now, I can head over and fight, or start doing these actual quests again. I've been observing a few outpost workers at night through thermal goggles. Due to subtle changes in their body language, I suspect morale has significantly decreased. Well, I mean, I figured that was kind of obvious. Both the Raiders and the Silverwolves and the whole Empire being destroyed. Right? For psychological studies that concluded people feel better when they know they're appreciated. We could write thank you cards to everyone. I don't know if that's such a good idea. We should probably automate the process of writing thank you cards, build an enormous distribution machine to shower the whole outpost. That's a sign of our appreciation. It's so obvious. Why didn't I think of that? Yeah, exactly. Alright, what do we got here? Can you explain to me again why this isn't a terrible idea? Perkins, compose yourself. My experimental formula, chemical B, must be released into the surrounding towns to counteract the harmful pesticides that are driving the spider wasps further south. Chemical B? What about chemical A? Chemical A was a complete failure and actually created a rapidly mutating autoimmune virus when it came into contact with the pesticide. But I'm sure I'll get it right this time. I put a glass vial of the deadly virus in my shirt pocket for safekeeping. Alright, Brainiacs. What have you got? The soil under New Haven is ideal for tunneling. We can start a tunnel outside, but we'll need some people on the inside to establish a safe and well-hidden point of egress. Me and the Raider Killers volunteered. I can oversee excavation and construction. The real trick is going to be waste disposal. Which is where we come in. They'll be using laser drills. We'll be able to burn out any organic materials, and the remaining dirt will melt down into glass and slag. Still likely the Silverwolves will find our disposal sites and get suspicious, but if we're quick, they probably won't put two and two together in time. What's up first? Well, first is that. First is that. So, give him the steel, give him the concrete. Floyd, did you really need that much steel? I mean, this isn't a permanent structure or anything. Morgan, I'm a civil engineer. I made certain vows, and I'm sorry if it's inconvenient, but they preclude half-assing the design and construction of a tunnel just because we plan to blow up the whole thing after we're done excavating. Wait, the whole thing is going to be lined with explosive? Oh yeah, it was Zoe's idea. She won us over pretty quickly. Wait, civil engineers take vows? Alright, so now, I better collect the steel and the concrete. Steel and the concrete. Now we need to make a close at the sweatshop. Okay, LT, first thing, we're gonna need some disguises. Alright, Zoe, this all hinges on you. And us. We'll be there too. Right. We're also going to send these children into a combat zone. Yay! Disguises are fun. And so is going into a combat zone. Oh my gosh. It's gonna throw me off every time I zoom in with the new zoom in system. It's gonna throw me off every single time. Alright, look over here. So, tamed sandworm. I think the boss drop is a tamed adult sandworm. So if you get a tamed adult sandworm, you know, it should be red too, in my opinion. In my opinion, the sandworm should be red. But, you know, that may or may not be something that happens. That may or may not be something that happens. But it's gonna be the way it goes, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, with that, we don't know the respawn timer yet on Mr. Emperor Sandworm. We don't know. It might be the same respawn scheme as the as most of the as like the naval bosses and stuff, or it might be the same respawn scheme as the Ancient Construct. But since we don't know, we don't know. And that is definitely going to be that. So yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Okay. That'll be the end of this one. It's like the early hours of the morning. It was midnight a couple hours ago or something. You know, ideal update drop time. And so that is the end of this video, and the end of whatever the heck I'm doing here. Yeah.